I'm Jamie, and welcome to Sci-Fi Vision, August 6th now, since it's after 1, for our Sandman breakdown. I had not thought about it when we first scheduled it, that like we were doing Sandman technically twice today, since we had the review earlier. But yeah, it worked out that way. But obviously, we go a lot deeper than we do on Fandom Access. So we're happy if you're here, and if you came back, thank you for joining us. Please make sure you like Sci-Fi Vision and subscribe, or like the video and subscribe to Sci-Fi Vision. And after we are done here at 3 a.m., God, I'm never getting any sleep. At 3 a.m., we're going to go watch the Wednesday premiere, not the Wednesday premiere on Netflix in the Discord watch party. So if you guys want to see that, make sure that you join us when we're done here. And that will be in preparation for our Wednesday show that is on Thursday. Well, actually, technically this week it's Friday because it's at 1 a.m. because we have Librarians at 11. This is all Eastern. And then we have, this is on Thursday, we have Librarians at 11 Eastern, and then we have Wednesday at 1 a.m. But starting next week, it'll be in the Librarian slot at 11, so it won't be quite as late. But we wanted to get started this week, so that's why we did it that way. And then Friday, I have double revival, so I've got double, I think, every day this week that I got a show.
So it's like Wednesday on Thursday, but really Friday.
Yeah, but this time really Friday. It'll be
this
Thursday.
Time Friday.
This time Friday. But please do join us after for the watch party, since it does just come out. We'll probably, unless I'm somehow more wide awake than I expect to be, I'm guessing we'll probably only watch the first one right now, but we will next week, because we won't have Librarians. We can do a regular watch party beforehand, so everybody will get to see it. But yeah, this is for the premiere. But first, yeah, we'll do Sandman here, and the other announcement I want to make sure I remember to reiterate is that Friday, I guess I have 2 things on Friday, but technically 3, because we're, like I said, revivals, like we're doing 2 episodes because it's a little longer. But Friday at 7 Eastern, we have from the Institute, we have coming Jason Diaz, who plays Tony, who is going to be on live to take your questions. So make sure you all join us then. So that's going to be fun. And I have Finn's interview coming up soon, and who plays Nikki. And you can still send me questions for Simone, who plays Cleisha. And hopefully I'll hear back from some other people, and I'll be announcing more. But for right now, that's what we got. So yeah, all that you can do in Discord, of course. Anyway, now that I'm done with that, hello, Scarlet.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for coming.
Welcome.
Yes. I was going to say, and the other thing is I was working on your cake. That was my other statement. I was working on your cake. I got it to turn 3/4 around, and then the damn thing keeps turning the other direction. So I'm still working on it.
Hopefully it's full of shiny gears.
Yes, it does have gears. They're not spinning yet, but it has gears. And then that's going to be next Thursday, right? That's next Thursday.
Yes.
Like, what day is that? Yeah, next Thursday.
Well, it's Saturday, but I want to celebrate it somewhere, one way or another.
Yeah, next Thursday when we do our Wednesday stream, we'll have a sort of birthday stream for Scarlet, like we did for me. And you said you want to do trivia, and I forget what else you said. Mad Libs?
I got some Monster Mad Libs. I bought some Monster Mad Libs because I thought I was going to use them for From back in the day, and I never got to. So I'm going to use them now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I'll try.
Well, some of them were very From-ish. If you put a bunch of From words in it, it would read like a From plotline.
Well, to be fair, a Mad Lib, you can kind of, I think, get it the way you want, aim it towards the way you want anyway. So that'll be fun. But yeah, we'll do that, and we'll do some, I don't know, maybe some From trivia, maybe some Wednesday trivia. We'll see what.
Yeah, sure. I'd be in it for like some Wednesday Addams Family trivia. I probably know a lot about that.
Probably know more than I do, that's for sure. So everybody, make sure that you do join us Thursday for that. And that's good, because since we don't have Librarians next week, we'll have enough time. Since we aren't doing a double show for once, 2 shows, we'll have time to do that. And hopefully I will have a cool steampunk scene figured out by then. I'm using local now trying to do it, so I'm learning. That's why I said it spun part way and it changed its mind and went the other way. So I'm figuring it out, but I'm getting there. All right, we might as well start diving in. Since everybody's already heard me somewhat talk about this tonight, what do you think of these two episodes? This is
I actually like these episodes. I always feel like the episodes kind of run together like a little movie.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I feel like chapter 10. What is it? It says chapter 19, but we all know it's like episode 10.
9 and 10. Yeah.
Well, I mean, around episode 10, like the big reveal at the end is a really good stopping point for 2 episodes.
It is really, yeah. They do a good job actually for most of them of having a good ending point. Sometimes cliffhangery, but it seems like they do a good ending point.
And also a lot from the comic book that I didn't think they would actually do, or they would make it less, gory.
All right, fair enough. Well, when we get to what you're talking about, you'll have to tell me. I
was disappointed because I think this is a comic book where, when Delirium comes back eventually, I think in the comic book she's a bunch of rainbow fish that are just flying in the sky, and I don't think they had enough money to do that.
Yeah, that would have been a lot of money, but that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to say, I like the first episode because to me, it's got a lot of comedic moments. I was saying earlier, I really like the sort of buddy cop thing going on with and Constantine and his sort of flirting and her totally turning him down. And I don't know, I like it. I think it's funny. But then the second episode is so damn sad. I still like it, but
yeah, it is sad.
I mean, I knew he was probably going to die. I'm not, I figured that was coming, but I was really hoping it wouldn't. I figured it would. But the way they did it, I think that it was kind of bittersweet, and it wasn't like it worked. It wasn't devastatingly sad, like the way they, it wasn't like a bad death or anything. He went off with his sister, and it was, I liked it. I thought it was good. I didn't love all the stuff with Lyda. As we had said earlier, I know I'm not going to reiterate what I said, but did you like the stuff with Lyda? Because I guess a lot of that was different than the comic book. It sounded like from what they were saying earlier.
Like, what did they say was different?
That in the comic book they went into like kind of her descent into madness rather than her just deciding to kill people. Because I didn't love the way that they used her and got her to kill innocent people when she wasn't really bad. So I didn't love that part, but I guess that was different than the comic book. At least that's what they were saying earlier, but since I haven't read it, I don't know.
Yeah, they probably just didn't have the time.
Well, no, I'm sure they didn't, but did you like that part, not like that part, or did it not really, it was okay?
I mean, I thought it was fine. I think
that's fair. I just was curious because that was the part that I kind of didn't.
I mean, it was a little bit intense, and the kind of ones are pretty intense.
Yeah, they're definitely intense, but I just didn't
probably
like
more than they should be.
Well, the thing is, I said I just didn't like how they used her because it's kind of like they tell him, we're going to kill you but only if somebody comes after you and takes revenge. And then if nobody comes after you and takes revenge, we're going to find somebody and make them take revenge. Like, it's like he was screwed from the get-go and it didn't matter, which I guess was kind of the point, but
I guess that's the fates for you.
Yeah. True. It is fate.
And I don't believe the Fiddler's Green has this whole kind of soliloquy as he's fading away.
Oh yeah, I didn't like. See, that's another thing. Like, I didn't like that they killed him. I mean, I get it; they kill people, but I liked him.
They're just taking out people in the dreaming. But he has this whole page of stuff he says before he passes away. Like all the memories, the green play of sunlight through the birch trees, a kiss once on the cheek from a friend.
Oh, well, that would make it more sad, though.
Yeah. It would make it really sad, but they didn't decide to go there, I guess.
Dude, I cry at everything, so I would have, I'm sure, been even worse. I always joke that I cry. I mean, they don't even have one TV anymore, but we'll cry if there's a Hallmark, even like a Hallmark commercial. I cry at everything.
Well, there's a Hallmark channel still, I think.
No, I mean, there's not commercials about, there used to be commercials for Hallmark cards and stuff. Like, so I used to
so you don't watch those. You don't watch those shows, the commercials with the sad dogs and the Sarah McLachlan and all that.
No, I turn them when that's on because otherwise I will get all depressed. So I turn them off.
Be like, here, take another $20 of my money.
Yeah, I don't like when they have sad animal stuff. That's why, like I was saying earlier, I don't like whenever she started hurting like the griffin and everything. It's like, kill the people.
Yeah, the griffin. Yeah.
Leave the animals.
I don't think that happens in the graphic novel or the comic.
Well, he saved it, so it was okay. That's the point that matters.
They could have probably just had Fiddler's Green just do all this, like, talk about memory and violence and, consequences instead of having the griffin.
Yeah, I would have liked to see more of that. And I also love, I can't, now that I'm talking to you, I can't think of his name. Help me out here. The guy who plays Fiddler's Green, I'm blanking.
Oh, I don't know. Is he in something else you like? Another show?
Oh, he's in a lot of things. You don't know who he is? I can't think of his name.
I don't know.
I mean, he's in a lot of things. He's in Doctor Who too, but that isn't what I know him from. I know him from before that. Because whenever I know I was excited when I got to talk to him, I can't for the life of me think of his name. I'm like completely blanking. So maybe somebody in the chat will remember. I don't even know if it's under. I'm looking at our movie database and I'm thinking, is it actually under Gilbert or is it under Fiddler's Green? Stephen Fry. There, I could not think of his name.
Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that Stephen Fry.
Yeah, he does voices for a lot of things. He does. I mean, I know
he was in a comedy duo with that guy from House.
He was in what?
The guy from House. They were a comedy duo. Fry and
Hugh Laurie. Him and Hugh Laurie. Yeah, they were.
Laurie and Fry. Fry and Laurie. Laurie and Fry.
Yeah. Fry and Laurie. Yeah.
What did I notice that was Stephen Fry? Because he's played Oscar Wilde in a movie I liked as well.
He's been in a lot of things. He did. I know he did the audiobook Harry Potter. He did. Like I said, he was in Doctor Who, but I knew him before that from a lot of other things. But I don't know. I'm trying to think particularly what it is I'm thinking of him from, and I don't know what it is, but I know him from quite a few different things. I'm just not thinking. It's not coming to me what it is I'm thinking of. But anyway, I like him. Was my point. I did not want him to die. I didn't want any of them to die, to be fair. But
yeah.
All right. So we, like you said, it's chapter 9 kind of instead of chapter 19.
Yeah, well, you never know too, because you never know if the series is going to change it a little bit.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Last week I was talking about like, I don't think they're going to have Mr. Pumpkinhead running around with a machine gun. Well, I was wrong.
Yeah, I know. When you said that, I was thinking I had already seen that part. I'm like, yeah, they do, but I didn't say that.
Yeah, I was wrong.
I hadn't seen it. Yeah, I love that though. That was a great shot. We got good pictures of that. So we start out like we said with the Corinthian and him bringing back Corinthian 2.0, whatever you want to call him. I don't have a picture. You were saying about it. I don't have a picture of the skull for this one, just because it wasn't in this episode. It was in last episode when he sticks the skull with the teeth in his eyes. That is, I think it's interesting, his design, because you think of like how people have nightmares of like teeth. Did you ever see, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but did you ever see the show Channel Zero?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, like with that teeth monster thing? When I say that.
Which season was it? Don't they all have different casts?
I think it was the first one. But it was a creepypasta about like a teeth monster. Anyway, I know that people
I thought that was the one about the children's TV show.
Actually, it might have been part of that too. I don't know, but there was a thing made out of teeth. Anyway, I'm just thinking that like a lot of people have nightmares of like losing their teeth and stuff. So it's kind of interesting, like the design that he had for like a nightmare is to do with that. It's just weird. I love the design though, because it's so crazy. It's creepy as hell, but it's crazy. But we don't get to see his chompers here. But anyway, Lucian isn't sure this is a good idea, but he has decided to bring him back. And he brings in Joanna, Joanna's already been in here, but he has decided they're going together, and he is going to send them both to try to recover Daniel, because now he has decided he's going to stay in the dreaming, so he's safe. So he needs, a second person to go with her. And he said before that she wasn't safe against Puck and Loki. So I guess he trusts Corinthian to protect her, but yet he also gives Joanna I forget what it is, the necklace. I don't know if it's written here or not. I did finally find a recap here to look at. Gives her that necklace to protect her against Corinthian. So I don't know how much he trusts Corinthian.
There's a fail safe.
It's like, I protect you to trust her, but I don't trust you not to kill her. So I'm going to give you this too.
Yeah.
So I find that funny. But yeah, he sends them together. But I mean, I know we don't do as much reviewing on this show, but I really like stuff with them. I think they're funny together. The two actors together, as they're, like I said, they're kind of I don't know. I'm guessing it's going to be a romance. It's definitely headed that way. I don't know.
It's going to have to hurry up with the romance.
Yeah, and I don't know that I believe that he's her true love, but I think that's what they're implying with the whole, her other version found her true love and everything. So I'm guessing that's the point. But I do like them together, and I do think
I'm just saying, I think the last one's a standalone, so they better be getting it on.
There's one more episode before the standalone, but yeah, you're right. The last one's a standalone, so there won't be a whole bunch. But yeah, I like their banter back and forth, and I think he's funny. I mean, he's totally sleazy, but he's still funny. There's the necklace. So then we switched back to Lyda. Who is it, Lita or Lyda? I kept saying Lyda, but then they kept saying Lita, and I'm like, I don't know if it's Lita or Lyda, and I'm trying to think. I thought it was
Lita, but
okay, then I'm just dumb. Lita. It's I know it's Hippolyta, but I thought it was. I don't know why I thought it was Lyda. Okay, Lita. I'll say Lita then.
Hippie.
So hippie. So we go back to her where she had just found out about Daniel being killed at this point, and which again, like we said last week, she didn't really have a lot of proof other than a photograph that could have easily been faked, but she trusts this guy. And she's devastated and thinks he's been burnt alive. And thankfully, this woman here, Mrs. Shore, who was the sort of babysitter, I guess, she thinks something doesn't make sense. And she questions it, but they're just kind of blowing it off. And she doesn't let it go, which ends up a bad thing for her since, Loki comes after her to tie up his loose ends. There's Rose. We very little get to see. We get to see like that much of Rose in this episode. That's pretty much it. We just get to see her standing there looking sad.
This is all her fault.
It's all her fault. Now, I don't even think she has any lines in this episode. If she does, she maybe has one line. But yeah, it's all about Lyda's grief. Lita, Hippo. I don't know. Anyway, it's all about her grief.
Her only line is, so you don't want to go out to a restaurant tonight then, Hippie?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. And that's why I said I think the whole thing with her is I think the most tragic part of the whole story, because she's blaming Dream and she kind of figures out that he didn't do it, but yet she still goes after him and kills innocent people. And so that's the part I didn't like about it. Mm-hmm. So let's see. So
I guess that's the problem with the Furies, is that they're just unyielding.
They are, but that's why I said it's not.
Because I can't remember which of the Furies. I think it might be. I mean, I used to know them by name, but one is avenging murder, one is never-ending wrath or something like that. They all have Electo.
I don't know.
I think it's Electo. It's unyielding, unyielding anger.
This time, usually it's me.
We don't sound like we're drunk. I haven't even drank anything.
Hey, once it's after 1 a.m.,
well, they all have names in mythology, and they all have a role. One of them avenges murder, which they all kind of do in the book. Yeah. One is just revenge, anger, and I can't remember what the last one is.
That's okay. I just was saying I just don't think it's fair, though, because they even say, like I said, they say, you don't, we'll kill you. We won't kill you until somebody seeks revenge. We're going to kill you, but somebody else has to do it. But then it's they're going to make sure it happens. So has no chance regardless, and that kind of sucks. And they use her and make it worse. But yeah, so Morpheus wants to leave and has decided to stay there. We already kind of said that. I can't remember exactly what their conversation is about. I think it's mostly him just being bored, wanting to leave.
To make over the books.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like he's
like so ungraceful. He just touches something and all these books fall down. And then he doesn't pick any of them on.
Okay, that part I don't remember. I don't remember the books falling down. I seen this like a week ago.
He took a book out, and a bunch of books fell down, and he was like,
not my job. We'll send Merv to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Make somebody else do it. But yeah, I forget what she tells him that he takes care of some kind of business or something with dreaming. I don't even remember. Like I said, I don't have a super detailed recap, so a lot of this is from what I saw last week. I'm trying to remember. So yeah, he's trying to keep busy and stay in the dreaming, even though he would prefer to be in the waking world. But that would put him in danger, so he's staying there. And then we have Noelle again, who still has her makeup and hair glamour on that we've discussed at length.
Thank God. Thank God, she was so ugly without it. Oh my God. I know. I couldn't even look at her. That actress, oh my God.
We keep going on about that, but it is annoying.
But it's the same thing in the comic book, though. She doesn't look, I mean, she just looks like a normal blonde woman.
That's funny that it's not in the comic book a different thing. I wish they had done it in the show, but I get if they did it didn't do it in the comic book why they didn't. But
okay, like a True Blood thing where they definitely look like trolls or something otherworldly.
Yeah,
and then put on a human primer.
Yeah, how hard would it have been to give her? That's why I said, like, give her like a prosthetic nose or something. Like, give her like a big nose or
a chin, like a
chin. Face. Yeah, just something to be different. But anyway,
another eye.
Well, I don't know about that, but her hair's all done.
Second nose.
Yeah. And Chloricon, I forget exactly what they're called. Is this about? No, this is. She's already seen the necklace, right? That was in the one before, I think, where he told Titania about her necklace and she wanted it, and that was last episode. So this one, I think he's just saying that, like, if she wants it, I think this is where he's saying if she wants it, that she should give it to her. Because and like make it like it was her idea or something. I can't remember. But the point is she's trying to leave because she wants to go help Dream, and she wants to bring the army there. And when I say things, if you remember more details about the scene, feel free to fill them in.
Well, there's a scene in a comic book that's later on that would probably fit later on in this episode where a deer comes out of that guy's mouth, which I know they definitely wouldn't want to have the budget to do. Like a full deer. A deer climbs out of his mouth.
Is he like a vampire or something?
No, the fairy guy. A deer just climbs out of the fairy guy's mouth. The fairy guy right here.
That is weird. Where's I don't see a fairy guy though. You mean Chloricon, or you mean the one he was sleeping with?
I mean this fairy guy right here I'm looking at in the picture. He's a fae.
Oh, you do mean Chloricon. Okay, I didn't know you meant her brother. I thought you meant somebody else.
That guy.
Yes. Okay, that guy. That would be really weird and would be a lot of money. Yes, I agree. And probably almost impossible to do and make look realistic.
Not completely like either Uncanny Valley or just horrible.
No, I think it would just look horrible. I don't know how they'd have to like stretch his jaw. It would just be weird. Comic book, yes. TV, maybe not. But anyway, he wants her to stay. She wants to go get an army. That's the gist of the scene. She's upset about the glamour. And he wants her to, cater to the queen and make her happy.
These fays know how to party, though.
Yeah, he does not want that. That's where she's talking about the necklace there. That he's saying she should give it to Queen Titania, and she's like, nope, not gonna happen. So
I suppose if you're a fae lady and you get a bauble from somebody, you should probably put it underneath your dress or have a long enough cord where you never show the Queen of the Fairies.
like Dream gives you a gift, you don't wear it around where the queen could see it and ask for it.
Yeah,
Then
you
you
put
don't
it in
have
your
that.
pocket or just put it on a longer cord.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't tell your brother. You don't tell your
No,
brother
you
anything.
definitely don't tell your brother. But hey, maybe because she did like him, she wanted to display it. Because I feel like, I was saying this earlier, I kind of feel like maybe she was a little in love with Dream. I don't know that
in the comic book, she's definitely in love with Dream
Okay.
because she's the one that calls him, and then she pledges her undying love to him, and of course he says no.
Oh, okay.
You can, but I'll give you a dream, and you can live in a dream. And she's like, I don't want to live in a dream that I love you. I want to just love you.
Yeah.
So actually, she's the one that causes all this nonsense to happen in the graphic novel.
I like it better though that the queen did, because the queen's like a bitch in this. So I kind of like that she didn't, because she seems sweet. And
so she calls Dream to her, but then she uses her boon to do what she did in this episode.
Okay, but
eventually, this episode or next episode, to call Dream back, she uses her boon.
All right, but I mean, she put him in danger herself. Then I like better that the queen did, because she didn't want to do that. But I did think that she was in love with Dream. I don't think Dream cares about her, but in that way. But I definitely thought she did. So that's good to know. All right, so then we go back to Mrs. Shore, who will not leave it go, and she keeps following Loki, which was obviously a mistake. And he sets her on fire, and that sucks.
And this isn't the mortal burning flesh fire that he did to the baby. This is
this is the regular. It hurts bad fire.
It hurts bad. Yes, it hurts bad.
It hurts.
Burns. We're in a fire.
Oh, I'm in a weird mood. Yes, it is not good. So he burns her alive, and that sucks for her. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I get silly sometimes.
I think that you're the only one that starts giggling over like somebody is set on fire in the background.
I know. I don't know why I think it's funny right now.
Oh my god.
It isn't funny. It just makes me laugh. Okay. Back to the story. So then we go to Delirium, who is going to see Destiny and asking about Barnabas and saying that she wants to find him. And he says that if she looks for the dog, she'll find other things she doesn't want along the way. And I kind of question what that was about, because that seems like, as you would say, a nothing burger, because it made me think that like maybe the dog was going to die, or that something was going to, I don't know. Like the only thing that happens is like she finds out Dream died, but that has nothing to do with anything.
Goldie disappears.
Yeah, and I don't like that they kill Goldie, but at the same time, I don't see how looking for the dog caused that, because if she had been with Goldie, whether she was looking for the dog or not, if she had been like in the real world or in the waking world, that would have happened. So I'm kind of missing the connection. Maybe it does mean Goldie. I don't know. That to me doesn't make a lot of sense.
What was the connection? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying that like what the things that she finds along the way, that doesn't sound like the death of Goldie. That just doesn't make sense. I don't know what he was referring to. I don't know. It's just weird to me. That scene doesn't make sense to me.
It's the friends she made along the way.
Yeah, I guess. Hi, Jen. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Jen.
I was going to say, so far the chat's been quiet, so thank you. Welcome.
What do you think about emotion, Jen? Hilarious? What? Oh, not so. Setting people on fire. Not hilarious.
Not hilarious. Hi, yeah. Knight Rider. Hey, Knight Rider, a.k.a. Fire Dude. Maybe Knight Rider will think it's funny since his name's Fire Dude. I'm sorry. Now I'm just getting really silly. I think it's just I'm doing too many of these, and at a certain point, my brain goes bye-bye.
You just got into madness. It's just a descent into madness.
Yeah, I do.
One that I don't mind watching.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I don't know. So this is, I think, isn't this where she sees a bunch of destinies, right? That I think I got a picture. I tried to get a picture to show her eyes, because I know you always comment on her eyes. You can't really
Destiny.
You can see it.
No escaping. That's for me. I love her eyes. I'm so glad they got her eyes right. I mean, I wish she was a cloud of tropical fish, like in the book. But I do love her eyes. And I swear sometimes her eyes go normal when she's trying to be serious, and then they go off color, 2 different colors again, and the pupils change.
Yeah, the thing is it honestly, looking at it close up, and I know it's kind of hard to tell in that picture, but they look wrong. Like, they look like they're not contacts. They look like they did it digitally, which is weird.
Yeah.
They should just be colored contacts, I would think, like in any other show. But if you look at them close up, they look odd. Like, they don't look like they're really her eyes. I don't know. I think they did it digital for some reason.
Also, just have to change your contacts a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, because see, there they look okay. There they look like eyes. But the other one,
because I've seen scenes where pupils get real big, like one's big and one's a lot smaller, and then they change, and it would be really hard to keep changing out.
It would, but I would think they would still have like a blue and green one, and then maybe that's why they're looking normal. I don't know. But anyway, there's multiple destinies, which I forgot about Dream getting happy when she tells him this later. But that's later. But yeah, there's more than one destiny, I guess, because her fate is not decided yet, I guess, because she hasn't made the choice. That's how I would take it.
So many alternate histories could be made.
Definitely. So then we go to here's Gilbert there. Gilbert and Morpheus. And he talks about how he killed Orpheus because he was suffering, and that he sacrificed himself in a way because he knew what would happen, and he still killed him anyway. But and like how he's changed, they kind of talk about, that dream is not the same dream, that's for sure. But it's really pretty there. That's Fiddler's Green.
So what we're saying here is Dream has finally grown up, and now he's gonna die.
Yeah, it only took thousands of years.
Hey, you got responsible. Too bad you're gonna die soon.
I do really like that, though, and I know that was the other thing that they had said was different in the Karen and AJ. It was different in the comics, is that he doesn't, I guess, grow up as much in the comics. Like, doesn't learn as much, I guess, as he does here. Like, you don't see as much of a change. I think it's probably because it works better for a TV show, but I definitely appreciate that he is growing, because I feel like any show where they don't change, it's really boring. So you want him to grow. So I appreciate that. But yeah, there's Fiddler's Green, and before he's dead, Gilbert. And then I took a picture of this because I thought that mural was cool, and it's probably real too. So stoned and plastered. Either way, it's a cool painting. A cool, not a mural. I guess it's not exactly a mural. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of cool.
Can you show it to me close up?
Yeah.
Can you not show it to me close up? Was that like a bell on her head?
I don't know. I thought it was just her face. I don't know.
Or was her hand?
But I don't know. Question: are these like places that are in the comics? I just ask because that sign there looks like really fake, like it was digitally added, and I don't know why adding something called S. Jones would be important unless it was something that was in the. Are those mushrooms on the roof? Flowers, maybe. I don't know. Sorry.
Mushroom. And then
I don't know.
What the other business is like stoned and distilled or something.
That's why I said stoned and plastered.
Oh, stoned and plastered.
Yeah, that's funny. I like it. Magic Cafe. I don't know, but anyway, it looks like some of it was digital. So then we go to Corinthian, and
that's cool. Basset home.
It is. It's cute.
He's like, I like dogs. Don't you love me? I love dogs. I've had this dog.
Likes kids. He likes dogs. He's a good guy. All right. But
well, this version.
Yeah, this version. 2.0 only.
I changed.
Yeah. So yeah, he's still with Constantine, and they are trying to find Daniel, and she has the idea to, at least I think it's her that has the idea, that she's going to summon Odin, and she uses, I don't remember what kind of alcohol, and lights it to
mead. Bottom shelf mead, apparently. Because Odin comments on it later.
Yeah. But she uses it to summon Odin, and then okay, this must be after they found her body, Mrs. Shore's body, because she's gonna use that to summon Odin, but he's like, I can just follow. You can see, look at, like I can fall. At least I think, isn't this where he eats her eye? Must not be, because that's not where the pictures are. I thought that was what that was from. Let's see, I'm trying to find. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was where he ate her eyes, but maybe that's not quite yet. But anyway, she summons Odin, and then he says that they can just follow the fire trail, and they end up doing it different. But Odin comes anyway. Obviously,
I guess
later.
Odin anyway,
Yeah,
because he wants to complain about the mead.
Yes, of course. You know, I had mead once. It was not good.
I have a bottle. I have a bottle of it in the fridge.
I don't know. I had it at a convention. I didn't like it, and I've learned you don't drink after people at a convention. I'm sorry, I'm going off topic, but this convention. Okay, it was a convention, and we were all hanging out, and we were drinking mead, and it's a long story, but anyway, we all got what we called con crud after, because somebody.
Oh yeah, of course.
Sick, and everybody got sick. By the time we were done there, it was not good. And it wasn't even good.
Steampunk conventions for the longest time pre-COVID, everybody would say, bring a goblet or a flask, and then you would just run around and people had made their own mead, or they've made like some other kind of alcohol, and they'd give you a little bit in your goblet. Or you'd share, and you just kept sharing with people, or you just take a swig out of somebody's bottle.
Yeah, well, you don't do that. That's we learned.
Well, nowadays, post COVID. Well, every year we're going to be post COVID, but
this was pre-COVID too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a fun convention.
But I remember those days.
Yeah, well, this was at GateCon, and all the Stargate actors were hanging out with the people too. So it was them too. We were all there.
Doped up on mead.
Yeah, we were all there behind the pool, hanging out, drinking mead. It was fun. Like I said, didn't end well because we all got sick, but it was fun until we all got sick.
But not from the mead.
No, not from the mead. But I think somebody was sick, because when we all went, talked after, after we got home, we were all sick, I should say.
Yeah.
He was sick and gave it.
Yeah, I've been good at not getting that, but then TeslaCon's so big, I stay at the hotel that's down the way from it. Well, for one, it has a pool with nobody in it, and then it gives you breakfast. The main hotel does not give you breakfast. And so I think I just dodged con crud for not being, only being in the building when I'm doing workshops and stuff, and not all day long.
Yeah, sometimes that's a good thing. You don't want to be there that long.
Yeah.
At least I will say, at least then I didn't get sick till after, because I know the one time I was at when I was in Florida, and it was for the press tour for when we did the thing at Universal, and we went to Harry Potter, and we did interviews and stuff. I got so sick, and I know it was the one hotel, for whatever reason, something in the hotel, it killed my allergies, and I mean bad. And I felt so miserable. I was at the point I kind of wanted to leave because I was so miserable. Because when I get bad allergies, my eyes run really bad, and I was really sick. And I found out it was the hotel, because as soon as we went outside, it would go away. Within a half an hour, I felt better. And then we'd go back in the hotel and I'd get sick. And we had panels all day in the hotel. So that part was not fun. Because I remember I was in the bathroom, and I was looked like I was really sick. And I was talking to the one person who I found out was on the panel. I didn't know who they were. And they were talking to me, and they're probably why is this person here sick? Because I told them, I'm it's just allergies, I swear. So yeah, it was not fun.
Well, see, nowadays, even when I go in a hotel, you can't open the windows, and I'm thinking in a
No, you can't,
because it's never really a post-COVID world, but a post-COVID world, you would be able to open up the hotel windows to get airflow, but you can't do it anymore. They just block it, so you can't open them.
Yeah, I never really thought to do that, though. As dumb as that is, this was definitely pre-COVID, but I never thought to open the window. I think, though, that it's also the recirculated air doesn't help, so you're getting all that crap, and the air conditioner running. That's the other thing, is in that hotel in Florida, you could not turn off the air conditioner in the room. You couldn't make it warmer. And I remember.
Well, there might be also something, in the air conditioner itself, if they don't change the filters.
Could be, yeah. I just know I froze at night. I had jackets and and like I got a bunch of blankets because I was so cold and I couldn't get the air off. And I was like, my head was, you were saying earlier, your head was stuffed. I was just like miserable. And then we'd go outside and go to the park and I was fine. So at least part of it.
I've gotten con crud very little, so I should be glad, I guess.
Yeah, it's better if you don't. But yeah, no, this was totally allergy because it was something in the hotel.
Because when I lived in San Diego, a lot of them are Hotel Circle, and that was like a drive, so I never stayed and like went to parties because I couldn't drink because I had to drive myself home.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah, no. Well, this we thankfully the next year, like each year, they had it at a different one of the Universal hotels. So it was only the one that made me sick. So at least there was that.
So it's not a good commercial for Universal.
Yeah. Well, no, it was definitely just the one, and it was something in it. And yeah, it was only the 1 year because I was fine the other times. So
yeah.
All right. So I totally lost where we were at. So she's sad.
Fine. She's sad.
She's sad, man.
She lost baby. She's sad. But not really lost baby because baby is just immortal, but not really same baby.
Yeah, she does not know that. Yeah, she's talking to Hetty, who I forget what she says to her. I don't remember what she says to her. Do you remember? She gets her to come with her to her place. I know that.
Come with me. I'll do a ritual. I have some dogs. I'm pretty much a stand-in for Hecate.
Yeah, basically.
I'll get you where you need to be.
Yeah, no, she says something about helping her and getting revenge, and I don't remember what it is. So I'm sorry.
Because the revenge.
Yeah.
Some revenge.
Yeah. And then we go back to Puck and Loki. And he's like taking the soot and stuff off the baby, who is fine, thankfully. But
doing great. Looks great. Doing great.
Yeah, and he apparently never had intention of killing him. So, Puck didn't have to worry too much. But Puck is pissed now. Like he totally, put him to sleep with his fairy dust, and that's a no-no. And yeah, he's pissed at him now. So he's like, I'm still leaving. Bye. And he takes off. But at least the baby's okay. So he knows now the baby's fine. But yeah, he betrayed him. So I guess Loki had forgiven him for betraying him because he kind of still wanted to help him. But this was, I guess, too much for Puck. I don't know, though. I feel like I don't know that they're even going to show them again in the show. They may not come back. But I kind of thought like they might get back together. But after this, I just don't know. But
yeah.
This is them following the trail, and this is where he eats. There's the picture of him eating the Mrs. Shore's eyeball. That's so creepy. And he sees her burning alive, and that's how he knows this is where we're going to go. And is his eye bleeding? I think it's just the way they did it. So yeah, they follow it.
This eye juice.
Yeah, the eye juice. Yeah, right. And this is them at the hotel. And they find Puck, and there's like this whole scene where Puck decides that they're together. Well, they kind of let him think they're together. Corinthian says they're together, kind of. Pretty much.
Because he wants to be together more than she does.
Yeah, because he wants to be. And then we first flip to Lita, who's going with Hetty, and she's like in this woman. This woman, I don't know if Hetty's like, I don't want to say she's homeless. She's got a home, but it seems like she's like squatting or something. At least it looks like it. Because it's like
she just can't afford a bed frame.
I guess. Well, I don't know. To me, it looks like a it's not really a house. You know what I mean? Like it's like rundown place she's staying, but she's got lipstick to make a protective circle with.
So that's all you need. Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, she's going to help her connect with the fates so she can get revenge on Dream, even though she probably knows Dream didn't do it. Hetty does. She don't. Okay, so here they are at the bar, and like I said, yeah, Corinthian is saying that they're newlyweds or whatever, and is still flirting with Joanna, and Puck is kind of in the middle of it, and he's like saying, he just gives them what they want. He's like, you want the key card? Here you go find the baby. He's not protecting Loki anymore. He's over it. But he does tell Corinthian that if he changes his mind and doesn't want Joanna anymore, that he's there. And he says something to Joanna like she's really lucky. So yeah, he is attracted to Corinthian, which, let's be honest, he's hot, so I get it.
Yeah, he must love that sweet Corinthian.
Yeah, but Joanna is, she's not having it. But it is funny. I do, like I said, I really like their scenes together, and I think it's cute. So there's again Hetty. She is knocking her out so that she can see the fates. And then
I thought you said she's knocking out a ritual here.
No. She's using a ritual and knocking out Lita so she can go see the kindly ones. And then we have Dream, who is taking care of his business in Dream World, and Delirium comes to see him, which I forgot about the scene. And she wants him to come help her find Barnabas.
Her doggy.
But yeah, the doggy. But he can't leave, or he will most likely die. He's trying to stay out of the waking world. But she talks about seeing multiple destinies. And this is where he actually smiles for, like, I think the first time.
Yeah, I know.
Smiling. Maybe I don't have a picture of him smiling.
It's kind of creepy, like when Wednesday Addams smiles.
But it's also sad because, like, he actually gets hope here, and I know it gave me hope. I'm like, well, maybe that means he won't die. Because his future is not determined yet. But like, I guess, like, Destiny told him, or no, it wasn't Destiny. Who was it? Somebody said to him before that, like, it might not be that. Oh, his father said that it might not be that he's not going to die. Just like his method of death is not determined yet. So, yeah. So then Lita goes to see the fates, and these scenes keep going back and forth. I hate when they do that. It's hard with screen captures. And they have followed, not followed, they took the key card. I forgot. Paka told them where to go, so they know what room to go to. And they went to find him, and they find Dream there. And clearly that's not Dream. That's
exactly.
We knew it. Yeah, and they figured out pretty quick it wasn't. And then there's, like, a really cool scene where they fight themselves, or fight each other, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
I like that wallpaper, by the way. That's cool wallpaper.
Oh yeah, it's got a nice pad. Loki does.
It's kind of there's no picture there. Well, this is a hotel, isn't it? He gave him the key card to the hotel. I don't think it's his house. But it's cool wallpaper. I like it. Anyway,
I'm just envisioning if there's a god, then the god probably does decorating, with the supernatural powers.
He might have. But yeah, they fight Dream, and it turns into her. It turns into Corinthian. It kind of, they fight each other, but they know who it is. And then he turned into Loki, and Odin has showed up to take him.
Here's the boss man.
Yep. Odin is there for Loki.
I like this Odin. Okay. I like this Thor too. I like this.
He's not what I expect out of Thor, but that's because I've seen too much Marvel. But
that reminds me more of what mythology would make Thor look like. And then he just always is throwing Loki over his shoulder.
Yeah, right. His speaking of hammer. Marvel, I'm gonna say, speaking of Marvel, I'm finally gonna go see Fantastic Four this week, I think. So that'll be good. Okay, so he takes Loki away, and their problem is over because now not their problem. This part of the problem is over because they have Daniel. The baby is there, which again they intersperse it with clips of Lita, so we have to wait to get there. That's her talking to the Fates, and they're like, we need you to get revenge on Morpheus, and they imply that he killed the baby, even though he didn't. They let her think that so that she will get her revenge. And she thinks that means she's going to get her kid back, which is the tragic part of it all, because that is not what it means. And they talk her into going. And then we see Corinthian with the baby. And there's a picture of Joanna with the baby too.
So, it's so cool artwork behind them as well. I like all
I know, that's what I was thinking. That looks like that. I don't know the name of the painting. I believe it's Japanese, I think.
Like Mount Fuji?
Yeah, I think
they
so.
have those with the Mount Fuji ones with the
Colored. It's like
tsunamis.
blue and sort of pink. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of that. But that is cool. It's like a sculpted relief or something. It looks like. It's like a triptych. You would think I'd remember the name of the. You would think I'd remember the name of the paintings, considering I took how many art history classes for my major.
Yeah, but also everything in the show that's threes. That's another 3.
Yeah. Well, that's in a lot of. They put the 3s in a lot of things. But there she's got her necklace. There's Daniel. And there she's looking at her journal. So I forgot that she does that, but she's probably thinking, maybe I found my match. No, I don't think she is yet. But
maybe I'll read this one again.
Yeah, it's probably implying that, though. And then we do have a little bit, again, of Nuala. And we find out that...
so fast.
Puck has moved on. He's moved on now.
He's moved on. It was 10 minutes ago. He's moved on.
To be fair, he has good taste. That's all I got to say. Because, both or not both, but Chloricon and Corinthian and Loki, they're all hot actors, so it's all good. Yeah. And she wants to leave. We've talked about that before. And then this is where he's like I love those statues.
Yeah.
I would love to have these like for real. Like in our, we have like a little, I don't want to call it, it's not really a garden. We have like a little pond that my dad made, that there's like a fountain in, we got that we have an angel statue, because it's like a, sort of like a little tribute to my grandmother. She loved angels. So we have an angel there, and there's like different plaques and things that we made after she passed. And I don't know, like it's an angel, but I'm thinking now, like these fairies would look so pretty there. I love fairies.
Well, they almost look kind of like water bearer Greco-Roman statues with
they do.
wings crafted onto their backs. Which
you know what would be funny, and I wonder, they honestly could be in the craft department, or not the craft department, the prop department, like altered them. Because they like take things from all kinds of things. Like they don't always make things from scratch, like they make. So they actually could be statues, like you're saying. They just added fairy wings, which would be hilarious if they did. But anyway, I think they. I thought it
was CGI the whole time.
Oh, it might be. I don't know. I'm just saying they look.
It is
anyway,
really
my
beautiful,
point was,
though. I mean, it's
my point was, I think they would look really pretty
in your garden.
Like a yard, real.
So they should, if they're props, they should give them to you for your garden.
Yes, they should give them to me. But they're nice and big. They're just it just made me remember, because our angels like that, like really big. And then they have the pretty cherry tree or sakura tree or whatever it's supposed to be. Probably cherry blossoms. But anyway, this is where she comes out and she comments on the necklace, and then the idiot uses it even though she shouldn't, and it summons Dream, and he's like,
this actress really has some pretty heavy, like, Alanis Morissette vibes for me.
Wait, what does?
The Queen of the Fairies. I don't know what actress this is, so she has like Alanis Morissette vibes to me.
Oh, okay. I know her from something. I don't know what it is, but I know her from something.
She's been on Doctor Who?
No, not Doctor Who. I don't know from what. She reminds me of, I know she also reminds me of, I can't think of her name, but the one that's in, she's not in it, but that sings in Frozen. I can't think of her name.
Oh.
That actress.
Yeah. The one that John Travolta got her name wrong.
That I don't know, but she's like popular and does a lot of music stuff. Anyway, she reminds me of her, but I've seen this actress too in something.
Well, but anyway, I have like that fabric too. I've seen some of these fabrics, and I feel like I have some steampunk sleeves made out of a similar material that's kind of faux leather, but also has fabric on it. I mean, I just like the fabrics in this.
Yeah, they've got a lot of really great costumes. Crap, I closed my window there. I didn't mean to. Yeah, we gotta, even though we're done with this, I want to try to remember to still see if we can get some people. I meant to write them last week and I forgot, but it would be cool to even talk to, like, I mean, it's hard to get craft people and like behind the scenes people, just because they don't have their reps listed. But like, it would be really cool to talk to like the costume director or like the scene, designer or whatever. I'd love that because this show we talk all the time. Like the art direction in this show is awesome. All right, so I lost my picture here. Let me get it back up. Okay, so Dream comes here and he's like, "You did me wrong. Why did you call me? You're going to get me killed." But she didn't do it. The dumbass queen did it. So yeah, and now he's going to die. And then we see Destiny. Yeah.
I guess all the destinies are fading.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's pretty cool scene.
Determined. So I guess it's been determined now. And then poor Gilbert here, she comes and kills, and he's innocent, and that was awful, and I didn't like that.
Then you could talk about all his memories, the kiss of a friend on his cheek, and the consequences of violence.
Yeah, that would have made sense and would have fit here, but I guess they didn't want to.
It'd be cool for him to do too, because he kind of dies slowly, so it'd be all this remembering. Yeah. I mean, remembering dreaming. I mean, very really poignant. But he just got to die. Unfortunately,
I'm guessing it was probably a time thing more than anything.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the end of episode 9. Let me see if I can get it to pop up the other. Okay, good. Whoop, I got the wrong picture, but
surprise cameo.
Right box, wrong picture.
For interview with the vampire fans.
Yeah, I forgot to change it back to the beginning. I wish
he's in so much though.
He is, but I wish I had known that he was going to be in this, because it wasn't that long ago that I did a really long interview. I talked to him for over half an hour. It was a really good interview.
Cool. That's great.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, it was great. We talked about Doctor Who. We talked about Interview with the Vampire. There's no video; it's only audio. But
yeah,
it's on our YouTube. But if I had known he was going to be in it, I would have asked, but I didn't know it, so I couldn't. Mm-hmm. But it was for, I think I told you, it was for that movie. I can't think what the name of the movie is.
Stalkers.
Time Stalkers. Yeah, Time Stalkers. Yeah, because I remember because you said that you liked that,
which I've seen now. So
did you like it? It was pretty cool. It was different.
I watched that. Mm-hmm. I watched that and Revenge together because they're both directed by the same woman, Alice Hall.
Yeah, yeah.
Alice.
I've not seen that yet, but
I think that's her. Yeah. She was on Dark Place, which is one of my favorite shows, and then a whole bunch of other stuff. I've been following her career around because I think everything she's in is interesting. Even if I don't think it's great, it's still interesting. Infinitely interesting, or art housey, or just interesting ideas.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about that movie. There were parts of it that I thought were a little dumb, but at the same time, it was different and it was unique. And it's mm-hmm. I appreciate when somebody makes a movie or a show that is something new and isn't just the same shit regurgitated. You know what I mean?
I did like how the one guy became a pop star in the 80s, an Adam Ant kind of guy, and he had music video and
yeah. Yeah, there's some weird stuff in there, but no, it was a pretty good movie. It was good. All right, so I don't know what town is that. What was that supposed to be? I don't even know. I'm trying to remember why I had that picture. Hold on, let me open the other episode. Okay. Oh, that must be where Abe was. I don't know why he's there.
Where Abe was. I can't remember the name of it. It does have a name.
Yeah, it's where Dreaming is. Well, I mean, look, he dies every time anyway, but I guess this time it's different because his brother didn't do it. So,
and he's real dead.
Yeah, he's real dead. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. He is probably real dead, I guess. And yeah, she looks at it why did I do this? That's why, I don't know. I just find it so sad because she definitely is looking at it I shouldn't have done this. But yet
it's she's possessed by them.
Or
possessed by their furious anger, and their revenge. Yeah, she's fueled by revenge, but it might not even be her revenge. It might be this kindly one's revenge going through her veins.
Yeah, it's a good point. But every time she does it, she looks at it why? She wishes she hadn't, but yeah, she keeps going. I don't like her necklace thing. That's weird.
Oh, I thought it was twigs.
What is it? You thought?
I thought it was twigs, but I think it's leather. But it looked like twigs the first time I saw it. Judas saw.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. I like the rest of their costumes, but I don't like that.
You don't like that?
If you look she's got the thing wrapped in her hair kind of looks like a snake. That's cool, but I don't love the neck piece. Well, actually, I don't love any of their neck pieces, to be honest. I like the rest of the costumes, and Lita's costume's awesome. But
yeah, they kind of appear different in the graphic novel. They're definitely like maid and mother crone because the one is young and blonde.
Yeah. Well, they're not here, but yeah.
They're not here.
Yeah. All right. So then we have
Oh
Merv
no,
here.
no.
Poor Merv. Well, they got lots of good pictures of it. I love this. It's like they're like, we're coming for you. That is like a really awesome picture, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
too bad
great.
he didn't have a chance. Oh
I
no,
know he
no.
exploded. They didn't have to explode him, but they did. And they're
Well,
like,
that's what happened to him in the graphic novel anyway.
yeah. And the one on the left is smiling. She seemed to be the nice one out of all of them, and she's like smiling. He's dead. Not cool, girl. Not
He's
cool at all.
He's the kindest of them all. She might be Megara. I think Megara is one of them. It's been a while.
I don't know. So Matthew comes in and is like telling him what's happening. And let's see. They are hoping that he will be okay. And worried. Hi, good smiles. Yeah, they're enjoying it a little too much, Bill. So yeah, they're worried about what is happening to Morpheus because they don't know where he's at right now. And they're waiting for him to come back. And there's a pretty picture of the castle on Fairy, and he's like, I gotta go because I'm not protected. And she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't want this to happen. And she wants to come and help him fight, but he I think at this point says not to, for her to stay and be safe. Yeah, and I guess they do kind of get a goodbye there. I had hoped they'd get a goodbye after and she would have gotten to tell him goodbye, but she kind of did here. But she intended to go after him and she, it was too late. But
I just want to put this into my mind. Alecto is endless anger, Megara is jealous rage, and Tiscaphone as vengeful destruction. I had to look it up, or else it'd drive me crazy.
No, but they're all bad, I guess, kind of. Not in a way, not always, but yeah. So he leaves, and then they are still there. This is why they were able to get in because he was not in his dream world, or this couldn't have happened. But yeah, there's the dragon, and then we have the griffin and the unicorn. I just now noticed the Egyptian motifs there. That's pretty cool.
The Pegasus.
Pegasus. What did I say? Unicorn. I said unicorn. Pegasus and griffin and dragon.
Well, you would be happy to know that the griffin survives in the TV show.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Not in the comic book, though.
Oh, well.
He dies in the comic book.
Oh, well, that sucks. That would piss me off. So I'm glad he didn't.
And the dragon's the dragon is about to revenge him, and then Morpheus calls him off.
I see. Well, in this case, the griffin starts to kill the griffin, and then he brings it back. So yeah, I was happy he saved it there.
And then its eye gets all glossed over, and then its eye comes back. It's very emotional.
Yes, it's going to be okay. So yeah, he tells them that he's going to take care of what's going on and do what he has to do, and he's going to send them away. And I'm kind of confused where he sends them because he turns them into sand and sends them somewhere, but yet they still look like they're in the castle. So I missed something of where he actually sent them, or if it's just supposed to be like, because it's, the dream world, they're protected. I don't know. But
I thought it was some kind of inner sanctum that he made in the place
maybe.
for them.
I don't know. It looked like the same place to me because I didn't pay enough attention, to be honest. But yeah, he's telling I don't remember how he gets them out of the room, to be honest, but he's going to go fight them and tells them to leave. And I think this is where she sees that Daniel's alive, isn't it?
Yeah, because the Corinthian has them in his hands.
Yeah, because there's tears coming down. So she wants him, and she knows he didn't lie. Oh, and he tells her, that's right, because he basically tells her that they're lying to her. And she doesn't listen clearly, but it's not all her fault, yes. And she's really asleep and dreaming. And yeah, this is where I think she kind of hesitates, and they're like, no, you got to keep going. And he tells them basically that he's going to go, he agrees that he will go kill her in the real world, because if he kills her in the real world, then they can't continue this murderous rampage that she's on. And he goes and, yeah, Corinthians protecting Daniel. And
he loves doggies and babies.
He loves doggies, babies, yeah. Really changed from Corinthian 1.0, right?
Yeah.
So he goes to see Lita, and he finds Hetty there, and she basically says he can't get at her because she has the protective circle or whatever. But I forget what he says, but he has a way around it to kill her. And she kind of talks him out of killing her. And it proves, that he's changed. He doesn't want to kill her, but obviously it's going to be to his own detriment, because it's going to hurt his, no, I don't know. Does more of his people get killed? I'm trying to think. Mervyn Fiddler's Green already dead.
Yes.
Does anybody else die? I don't know if anybody else dies after that. I think they all died before.
I don't think so. I don't think once Sandman comes back, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess it's okay, and he's doing the right thing. All right. So Nuala is leaving, and he begs her to stay because he doesn't want to be there alone. And she basically says, she basically says she has to leave, and that he could come with her.
Where'd Puck go?
Yeah, Puck left. He was done. He got his sex. He's gone. So he takes the glamour off, and she's like,
no. God, my God, woman.
Yeah, I know. But he tells her goodbye, and then somebody sent me a message. Oh, 12 hours ago. So then we go to, she's going to leave, but first we go to Delirium, where she's with Goldie. And like I said, it upset me about Goldie, but I do love the scene where she ties a ribbon around him to make him into
like a balloon.
Like a moving balloon makes it less conspicuous, but it's funny.
Like she sees humans with other balloons, and she's like, "Yeah, I can just attach the ribbon. Look like a balloon."
And that's what I'm saying, though. The balloon's moving. I think it defeats the purpose, but it's still cute. I like it. And then back in the dreaming, he's like, "You guys are going to leave. I'm going to protect you. Make sure everything's okay. Daniel's going to be the new dream. We knew this." And then he sends him away in a puff of sand, as he does. And then Matthew here. Yeah, Matthew wants to stay with him, and he's like, do you really think you're coming back? And Dream admits to him he knows he's going to die and he's not coming back. And Matthew's like, if I go with you, will I come back? And he basically says, no, you'll probably die too. But he's still going with him. And yeah, he's going to stay by his side. And Dream does let him come with him. That's a good shot of Matthew there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there he's kind of smiling because he's got a friend finally. So he goes.
Well, he has that other friend.
What?
He has that other friend too. He has two friends.
Matthew, and who are you calling the second friend?
Hob.
Hob, yeah, he's got Hob too. And
it took him all that time to make two friends.
Yeah, it did. But he's going to see them. This is awesome shot. Mm-hmm. Is that Matthew on the branch, or is that just another raven? I'm assuming that's Matthew, but
yeah, it's Matthew.
It's a cool shot. And they're like, taunting him, whatever. And then back in where they're at in the dream world, that she's gotten out this globe to try to see what's going on. And I think it surprised no one that when Daniel touched it, it worked. Mm-hmm. But it's funny looking at that up close, because it looks like, I thought it was digital, but it actually kind of looks like maybe they just stuck like fairy lights in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks cool. But
and the way it reflects out the baby's hand.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, it could be digital, but I don't know. I think they put lights inside a globe and then maybe added to it digitally.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks cool, but we knew it would happen. It wasn't surprising that it did that. But then we find out that Death is here, and I think we all knew. The boot. I love her outfit. She's dressed as cool. So yeah, I think the audience clearly knew she was there for Dream. They do not. Corinthians like, I won't let you take the baby, and she's like, I'm not here for Daniel. And yeah, she's like, whenever she asks, she's like, "Where's Dream?" And they're like, "With the kindly one." She's like, "I'll wait." So yeah, it's clear she's there to take Dream, and he is battling with, talking to kindly ones. And this is where I said, like, they don't have to keep hurting people and keep destroying the place. He's going to come with them. So he never at any point says, "Stop, I'll go with you." But he's clearly planning to go with them because he doesn't have a choice. And I don't know if they're making it rain or he's making it rain because he's sad. I'm not sure, but it's pouring. And then Matthew comes and he's like, "I have one more job for you. I want you to go get my sister." And Matthew doesn't want to leave, but he does tell him to go and get some, by saying he needs them to go, and tells him to stay with them. And as I said earlier tonight, there he is. It's a wet raven. I really thought that he would turn him back human. I was hoping he would.
Oh, yeah.
Because I thought, I didn't realize he was the one that turned him into a raven, though. Like, they were trying to explain that to me. It was from another comic. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a story in the comic of when Matthew's a human, yeah. I don't remember much about it.
Yeah, but I, for whatever reason, thought it was a punishment that he was made a raven. And I don't know why I thought that, but I did. And that's why I thought that, Dream had changed and that he would save him. But if that wasn't the reason that he turned, then I kind of get it. But yeah. I don't know. I just thought it would have been nice if, like, he turned him into, like, a human, and, like, then he had the ability to, like, turn back and fly away, but, like, he could be human now. I don't know. That was my thought.
He's human, but now he's just stuck in this tower.
Yeah. Thanks, Dream. Well, no, I said he could have maybe then transformed, but it meant, like, he could go back and forth or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's going to go get his sister. And there he's taking off his coat, thrown it over the edge so he can show off his guns there. And yes. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. He's like, and then,
well, you gotta be sexy when you go, You
gotta be sexy when you die. Nuala's coming out, and she's like, "I'm leaving whether you like it or not." And I thought it was pretty obvious that she was gonna give her a weapon or something. She's like, "You can't go without a sword." So yeah, she lets her leave, but unfortunately it is too late and she doesn't make it in time. And there is, I love these pictures. Beth is sitting with him. That's a good shot there. And
yeah, that's like right on the cover of the Kylie One's comic book. There's a similar picture of Dream and Death. Yeah, sitting by each other.
Yeah. I mean, he's given up. He's ready to go. He knows he has to leave. He can't change what he did. He feels like, I guess, like he deserves a punishment, which he did kill his son. Yes, he did it to stop him from suffering, but I mean, it's true. He did spill his blood, and he knew when he did it what would happen. So it's the only way to fix it, the only way to stop it. That's a good shot too. Those look like tornadoes. I don't know if they're supposed to be, but at least in the screenshot, they kind of look like tornadoes.
They do look good.
I don't know if they did when I watched it. I didn't notice it. I just noticed it now. But yeah, he is ready to go, and the tower's being destroyed. Lita's almost done with destroying everything, but she's like, "It's between me and Dream," and she's going to take him away. I think that's when the rain's stopping. And I couldn't get a picture of her chopping off Lita's head, but she comes and she chops off Lita's head. Which didn't really matter. Like, the thing is why didn't she do that, like, earlier? It would have saved a lot of problems. But I was kind of surprised. Like,
I get out of fairyland in time.
Yeah, but like, I forgot that Lita was sleeping and that she wasn't really there.
Oh, you just thought she was real dead?
Yeah, because I was like, thinking they did not just kill. Like, I was surprised they killed her, and then because I'm like, what she did was wrong, but at the same time, she lost her kid. Like, it's sad. And I said, it's like kind of the most tragic part of this is what happened with Lita. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Because then they woke her up, and I'm like, I forgot about that.
Well done.
Yeah, because she woke up and she's got this look like, oh God, it was a dream. Like, I'm not beheaded. It's okay.
She should have been like touching your head and neck. Oh yeah, all right, everything's cool. There.
Yeah.
The magical touch here.
Yeah, she's gonna take
Michelangelo moment.
Almost, yeah, but she's gonna take him away to, I don't know, the afterlife, wherever he's gonna go, and
yeah. Where does he go?
I don't know.
Where does Dream go? Yeah.
Well, don't know. You would know more than I would, but I'm guessing it's not in the comics.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Goldie disappears, which pissed me off. And I guess it's because he was in the waking world. Again, I don't think that Goldie being there really had a whole lot to do with the dog. Like, I still don't see how her looking for the dog, that was the bad thing that happened, because it just doesn't seem connected to me. And I still do not understand what Destiny's Warning was about, that she'd find things she didn't want or something like that. Yeah, Lita wakes up and Hetty comes over, and I remember
graffiti.
Yeah, there's a lot of graffiti. I wonder if that was added. That's cool. And then I remember thinking at this point, how did I not notice that dog was Barnabas? Like, they showed the dog before, and somehow, like, that's something I feel like I should have picked up on.
Also, dog talks.
Yeah, well, the dog talks, but I mean, to be fair, it didn't talk around Hetty.
Yeah.
I mean, Hetty talked to him, but Hetty
that's true. It would start talking. You're like,
dogs,
hey,
so, yeah.
dog's talking.
But yeah, I did not realize that was Barnabas, but it is, and now she's got Barnabas back. And she offers to give Hetty something, and she's like, no, I don't want to owe anything to one of you, but I kind of am one of you. I don't know. It was a weird conversation. So yeah.
That's what I thought she had. I thought she had Hecate vibes, like
yeah, I didn't get that. Like,
underworld goddess vibes.
I guess, because she's saying, like, I don't want to take something from, like, a non-human, but I'm non-human too. I don't know. It was just weird. But she doesn't take anything from her. She doesn't want anything.
I think they said something like at any one time there's about 300 of these humans running around the earth that live longer than other humans and get boons and stuff from the Endless.
Well, she's one of them, yeah. I don't remember what they said about Hetty last season, to be honest. I just remember it had to do with Joanna. It was when she was there. Yeah. But yeah, there's Barnabas, and he's like, let's go. And she does know.
I think that her dress is almost like a darker version of what she was wearing before, because it has a flower on it.
Yeah. Maybe it's like supposed to imply the morning. I don't know. Her eyes are still different colors. But I think Hetty might have said she was sorry about her brother. I can't remember. But
she did.
And then Barnabas asked about, if she was talking about destruction, and she's like, no, it's about Dream. So yeah, Dream's gone. She said he's out of her head now. She don't see him, so she knows he's gone. Mm-hmm. And Lita talks to Hetty, and she's like, wants to get her son back, and she's like, well,
I guess this is kind of like a squatter thing. They got bars in the windows.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't. I don't think it's her place, but yeah, she's like, yeah, you can never get Daniel back now, can you? Because you killed Morpheus, or you got Morpheus killed. You didn't kill him. So yeah, that's what I said. I think this whole thing I think hers is the most tragic story and the most tragic part of the whole thing, because it's like she went there to get revenge to get her son back, but like she wanted her son back. She didn't really want revenge. She just wanted her son back. And then because she got revenge, like it kind of prevented her from getting her son back.
Well, and also her son's now like immortal, so she can't ever get her son back.
Yeah, and like an adult, like looks like an adult. Although he could still come see her if he was nice, but I'm guessing that's probably not going to happen.
It'd be weird if he had a kid and all of a sudden he was adult, like just.
It would be. In
a couple months.
Yeah, but that's sad. And yeah, they're like, what? Is he gone? And then they turn around and there's Jacob Anderson, and he is now Dream. Yes, he is become Dream. And that's where it ends. I think that is a good ending, like, for that episode. That it's a good, like you said, a good stopping point. And we have one left before the death episode. I'm excited in a way to see what happened, because I have no clue like what's going to happen. I mean, not that I ever did, but like I really at this point like do not know where it's going, because it's like, well, to me that was the end of Dream's story. I mean, I guess technically he's Dream now, but yeah, I mean, I don't know where it's going to go, because now they got a new Dream. The other Dream's dead. Like, the story's over, kind of, in my opinion. So I'm not sure where it's going to go. I'm curious to find out. I know you have an idea, but yeah.
Well, the actual book ends around Daniel becoming an adult.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe you don't know.
Well, Volume 9 does. I have Volume 10, but it looks like it's just a mixture of stories drawn by different people, but maybe not.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that the end of Sandman comics, though? I guess that's probably the end of the comics then, too. Interesting.
Oh, no, there's not. There's not, because, like, a lot of universes, they have stories within that universe.
Right, but that's the last one that's about him, clearly. Specifically Dream, or at least the original Dream.
Well, they have the cute one where they're both babies. Him and Death are, like, drawn as babies.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what the Death one will be about. We don't really know. The Death episode.
It might be. I mean, I'm not 100% sure where they're going to go, because a lot of the first season was a mixture of different comic books and tweaking some of the characters. So who knows? Yeah. I'm kind of excited to see it, because I don't know what they'll do with it. Because, like you said, this arc is kind of done.
So. Yeah, is it? It's out already, I guess.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
Well, the penultimate one came out when the first 5 came out, and then the Death, the High Cost of Living came out on the 31st.
Yeah, it came out a week later, it looks like.
Yeah.
But since I was behind on watching these, I didn't realize it. Yeah, so I gotta watch those last 2. But we gotta watch Wednesday before that.
Watch Wednesday in less than an hour.
Yes, at 3:00. I don't think. Let me see if while I'm talking to you, let me see if it's out yet. I don't believe it is out until Pacific time, midnight. I'm guessing, just because I remember whenever we had embargoes for Lucifer, it was like 3 a.m. So whoa, don't do that out loud. Hold on, let me mute that. Sorry about that. Like, what the heck? But I don't know. I mean, we'll still wait till 3 because we told everybody 3. I'm just curious if it's out yet. But it says coming soon still. So, I really dislike whenever it automatically selects an episode instead of being able to select the season and see things. It pisses me off. Yes, it is not out yet. So it must be at 3. So yeah, there's that. All right. Well, anything else about Sandman? And then next week, I assume next episode, whenever we decide to do it, I assume that we're going to do 10 and 11 together. Since it is available, we might as well finish it out. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I guess we can maybe do it Sunday. We'll have to see. I got to figure out if I could do it Sunday, but I'm guessing it'll either be Sunday or Tuesday when we do the final episode. Because like I said, we are doing 2 revivals Friday, and I have the interview Friday. I don't think I can do another one on top of that. So it definitely won't be Friday, but we'll have to see when we can fit it. So people just stay tuned for that, for Discord, to find out when we're going to have the last episode. And I will put up a schedule in Discord, I swear. I meant to do it yesterday and I forgot. I need to do that. But yeah. So I don't know. Anything else you want to add about Sandman?
I don't know. The first story in the Wake, which is volume 10, ends with "The King is dead. Long live the King." So maybe they will riff on this a little.
Yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go. I just don't. Looking at it, sounds like it's not about babies. The Death one. I'm just looking at the little preview. I forgot Colin Morgan was in it.
Is that the description? Not about babies.
Not about babies. It says a journalist overwhelmed by hopelessness is a life-altering 24 hours after crossing paths with death on her day off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I forgot.
Well, that's a standalone one. I just didn't know what episode 11 was going to be.
Oh, episode 11 says, as deities, dreamers, and demons unite to mark a momentous occasion, the endless assemble for a family reunion unlike any other. So.
Okay, they're going to go with the Wake then, because I see them all in the Wake here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, and Batman's there, but Batman's never going to come in here. And it's never going to be
Wait, Batman's in the...
Batman's there, yeah, Batman's there.
That's hilarious. I mean, it makes sense. It's DC, but yeah, I don't think they're going to put that in Sandman. I don't think they have the rights to put it in Sandman, probably. I highly doubt it.
Well, the one guy that went insane was actually supposed to be insane in Arkham Asylum. So
one guy who went insane. What guy who went insane?
John Dee.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He was supposed to be put in, because there are some mentions as Arkham Asylum. There's a lot of Batman in here. I've seen probably at least 4 or 5 Batman cameos in this.
In the TV show or in the comics?
In the comics.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't think they put any of that.
It'd be funny if they were in the TV show. I'll be like, he's right here in the back.
Yes, it would be funny, but I highly doubt they got the rights to do that. They're probably not allowed. So,
just like he showed up when all the people wanted to.
Well, maybe they'll have Batwoman.
Occupy hell, and there's this Batman in the back.
No, I was gonna say, considering like they made Lucifer and Joanna, like they changed the gender in order to work. Maybe there'll be a Batwoman. You never know, right? I doubt it, but you never know. All right. Well,
I mean, there's stuff about the Tempest too. I mean, it might have a little William Shakespeare in there as well, but I'm not sure what they're going to do with that episode.
Yeah. Well, that I could see. They've had, Shakespeare stuff.
It's just going to be Batman for an hour.
Maybe. I guess we'll find
out. Batman.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that is it with Sandman, unless you have anything else to add. But everybody, please join us in a half an hour in Discord. We will have our Wednesday watch party and watch the premiere episode. And we'll be back again on Thursday night at 11 Eastern for our Librarians for the finale, to talk about the season finale. And then at 1, we will talk about Wednesday. So come watch it with us now, so you're ready for Thursday. For Wednesday on technically Friday. So it's Thursday night
on Thursday, but it's kind of Friday instead.
Yeah, kind of. So yeah, we hope that you will join us, and we thank you for listening to us talk about Sandman. And we'll, like I said, our next episode will either be Sunday or Tuesday, so just check Discord and YouTube for those updates. I know I've been saying it for the past couple days and I haven't gotten it up there yet, but Outlander, Blood of My Blood interviews are coming within the next couple days, as well as Finn Laird for Institute. Those are the next things that I'm planning to get up, and those will be up soon. And don't forget that Friday at 7 Eastern, we have Jason Diaz from Institute, who plays Tony, coming. And you can ask him your questions by putting them in the chat or by sending them to me else in Discord or Twitter or whatever. Same for, like I said, you can send me questions for Simone. That one won't be live, but the other one will be. So, that'll be fun. All right, everybody. Do you have obviously tomorrow's my day. I don't have a stream. Do you have a stream tomorrow? You have?
I do not.
I do not. Okay. Things are. Yeah, it's always different. I thought maybe Doug was tomorrow. I wasn't sure. We still got to have.
It normally is, but Julie's been shifting the Institute over a few days, so I'm assuming the Wednesday one's going to be the Institute, and not Doug.
Okay. Well,
I'm assuming. I don't know 100%.
It's hard to know what's going on. But either way, it's hard to know. But we do need to have Doug on at some point. I know we haven't. I need to write him. I need to find a time to have him on, and that would be cool. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Well, we will hopefully see you at the watch party in about 30 minutes on Discord. And if not, we will see you on Thursday for Librarians and Wednesday live streams. So everybody have a good night, good morning, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's 2:30 in the morning. So come join us over there. All right, everybody. Good night.
Dream sweet.